Welcome to our exploration of one of the most significant events in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This tragic event, which occurred on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, left the nation in shock and continues to stir debates and intrigue. In this video, we'll examine the timeline of events, the key figures involved, the official investigation, and the many theories that have emerged surrounding the assassination. Background on JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, was born on May 29, 1917, into a prominent political family. Kennedy became a senator from Massachusetts before being elected president in 1960. His presidency, although short, was marked by key events such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, the space race, civil rights challenges, and the beginning of the Vietnam War. Kennedy's youthful energy and vision for the future made him a popular figure, both at home and abroad. However, his presidency also faced mounting tensions, particularly with the Soviet Union and within the Cold War context. The day of the assassination, November 22, 1963, on the morning of November 22, 1963, President Kennedy and his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, were in Texas for a political tour aimed at smoothing over divisions in the Democratic Party ahead of the 1964 election. Kennedy's motorcade was scheduled to travel through downtown Dallas, where he was expected to make a speech at the Trade Mart. Kennedy, alongside Texas Governor John Connally and his wife Nellie, was in an open convertible. The motorcade took a route through Dealey Plaza, a busy downtown area. As the car turned onto Elm Street, shots rang out. At approximately 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, the first bullet struck Kennedy in the upper back, exiting through his throat. A second bullet struck Governor Connally, and the third bullet fatally struck President Kennedy in the head. The motorcade sped toward Parkland Memorial Hospital, but it was too late. Kennedy was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. The immediate aftermath: Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, who was in a separate car in the motorcade, was immediately whisked away to safety. The country was plunged into confusion and sorrow. Authorities soon began a search for the assassin. The arrest of Lee Harvey Oswald. Shortly after the assassination, law enforcement officials focused their attention on a suspect, Lee Harvey Oswald. Oswald had been working at the Texas School Book Depository, a building overlooking Dealey Plaza. Witnesses reported seeing a rifle fired from a sixth-floor window. Oswald, a former U.S. Marine who had defected to the Soviet Union and later returned to the U.S., was arrested at the Texas Theater in Oak Cliff, Dallas, about 70 minutes after the assassination. Initially, he was charged with the murder of a police officer, J.D. Tippit, who had been shot by Oswald shortly after the assassination. At first, Oswald denied all involvement in the assassination. Later, he stated that he was a patsy, claiming he was framed. On November 24, 1963, Oswald was shot and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby while being transferred from the city jail to the county jail. Ruby's act, which was broadcast live, only deepened the public's sense of mystery surrounding the events. The Warren Commission. In the wake of Kennedy's death, President Lyndon B. Johnson established the Warren Commission, a government body tasked with investigating the assassination. The commission, headed by Chief Justice Earl Warren, concluded in 1964 that Oswald acted alone in killing Kennedy. According to their report, Oswald fired 3 shots from the 6th-floor window of the Texas School Book Depository. Despite the commission's findings, the investigation failed to satisfy many people, leading to widespread skepticism and the development of various conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories. Over the years, numerous alternative theories have emerged, challenging the official account presented by the Warren Commission. These theories suggest that Oswald was not acting alone or that he was part of a larger conspiracy. Some of the most prominent theories include the second shooter theory. Many people believe that a second gunman was present in Dealey Plaza, possibly firing from the grassy knoll near the motorcade. This theory has been fueled by conflicting witness testimony and the trajectory of the bullets. The CIA and the Mafia. Some suggest that the CIA, dissatisfied with Kennedy's handling of Cuba and the Cold War, or the Mafia, with its interests in Cuba and the Kennedy administration's crackdown on organized crime, may have been involved in orchestrating the assassination. The military-industrial complex. Some theorists argue that powerful figures within the U.S. military or defense contractors, displeased with Kennedy's stance on Vietnam and his efforts to ease tensions with the Soviet Union, may have played a role. The magic bullet theory. A widely debated part of the Warren Commission's report is the claim that one bullet caused multiple wounds to both Kennedy and Governor Connally. Critics argue that the trajectory of this single bullet is highly improbable. Despite these theories, no conclusive evidence has emerged to prove a conspiracy, and the official story remains that Oswald acted alone. Later investigations and public opinion. In 1976, the House Select Committee on Assassinations, HSCA, reinvestigated the assassination, concluding that while Oswald was likely the assassin, there was a probable conspiracy. However, the committee was unable to identify any specific individuals or groups behind the conspiracy, and the findings remained inconclusive. Public opinion remains divided, with many Americans continuing to question the official account. Some believe the truth may never be fully known. Legacy and impact. The assassination of JFK had a profound impact on the United States and the world. It marked the end of an era of optimism and innocence for many Americans. The loss of Kennedy, a young and charismatic leader, shocked the nation and sparked a period of national mourning. Kennedy's assassination also led to the rapid expansion of the U.S. involvement in Vietnam under President Lyndon B. Johnson, and it changed the course of American politics, paving the way for a more contentious period in U.S. history. Conclusion. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy remains one of the most controversial and emotionally charged events in American history. Although the official investigation concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, the many conspiracy theories surrounding his death continue to capture public imagination. JFK's death altered the trajectory of the United States and the world, leaving a legacy that has been the subject of fascination for decades. Whether we'll ever know the full truth is still up for debate, but the impact of this tragic day on November 22, 1963, is undeniable.